There we are. Hope everybody can see that. So I'm conscious I can't go through the whole range, but I want to give you a quick overview and a flavor of what Macanta could offer your clients. So as Maya said there, Macanta, yes, it means Irish. It means it is the Irish for honest, honest or sincerity, an old word. When I say to people, not everybody has heard of that word. A couple of people over the last year recognize it all right. We are an Irish company, Galway based. We have a lovely facility in Ballinasloe, County Galway. There is about 20 people working there now, and it was established back in 2017. The managing director is Liam Salmon. You may be familiar with him. He was one of the original founders of Revive Active. So he has brought with him a wealth of knowledge and experience from that brand. So I would have been familiar with Macanta before I started working for them. And what I liked about the range when I would see it in a health food store was the fact that it was very clean with no fillers or binders. So it just has the ingredients that your body needs, that your clients need. So when you look at a bottle of any particular product and you look at it on the back, when you look at the nutritional information on the back, all you will see is the active ingredient and maybe brown rice flour. And that is it. So that's the only additive. So brown rice flour would be used to hit a fill weight in the capsule or to help maybe as a flow agent around the machines. So you will see there in the photographs, we have blenders, we have 4 encapsulating machines, we have a sachet machine as well to make our collagen product. Most products are capsules. So, and most are vegan products, bar our 2 collagen products. So vegan, and we're using the Pullalan capsule, which is a plant-based capsule. They are gluten-free as well, of course, and the best ingredient forms that we can get. So that would be the background to Macanta. Hopefully you have seen it in maybe your health food store, or maybe you're familiar with or using it. Um, so, it is a truly Irish company from when people place their orders going into Galway. If you order direct from their website, um, the product is blended, encapsulated, packaged, and it's shipped there from Ballinasloe and Galway. So we're available online from macanta.ie, and it is in health food stores around the country as well. So you'll only see it in health food stores. It's not a pharmacy brand. Okay, I'm just trying to get my slide up. Okay, sorry. Now, so just want to give you a little flavor. We have 28 products, so I can't go through them all tonight. I just wanted to highlight on this screen some of our best sellers. So I'm sure you're all very familiar with ashwagandha. Ashwagandha would have been our #1 product last year and the previous year, and it looks like it is today so far this year. So ashwagandha, you're all very familiar with it as an adaptogenic herb, and it's been used by so many different types of customers. It always amazes me the type of people that are using it, from young men who are using it for a testosterone boost in the gym to the perimenopausal woman who could be using it for sleep, for clarity, for energy throughout the day, and even for libido support. So that would be one of our big sellers. It's the whole root extract using the KSM 66 type of ashwagandha. So that's the whole root. And if you do any searches on ashwagandha, you will see KSM 66 coming up as the most clinically studied and the most bioavailable form. So a lot of research around ashwagandha, and you'll see it in a lot of different products out there. So we have a 500 milligram dose in 2 capsules. We also have a nice high strength vitamin D, so it's 2,500 IUs. It's a vegan formula. We have it on its own, and we also have it paired with K2 for the extra absorption and to support the calcium uptake to the bones. Our Reggie's rice is another product that's very popular for cholesterol lowering, and it also has some CoQ10 added in. And we have really nice B complex with methylated forms, and that's a one capsule a day. And I feel it's very reasonably priced, around €20 as well. So all the products actually, just to say, are quite good value. It starts, the lowest would be about €12 for the zinc picolinate, and the highest priced item would be our joint complex at 39.95. So just to focus on a few areas that you might be interested in and that you might be working in with your clients. And just to note that as we're coming into the start of allergy season, we have a nice quercetin complex. And as you know, it's getting your clients on quercetin early. The sun has been shining now the last few days, and you can see the buds on the tree. So this is the time now for people who are very prone to hay fever in the summer to get started on their quercetin to support with that histamine release. So the quercetin here is 500 milligrams in 2 capsules with a nice amount of vitamin D, C, and zinc as well to support immune function. So just to talk a little bit about our pain and inflammation products and stress and anxiety. So one product that we just launched in just towards the end of January actually was our L-theanine. So it's an L-theanine 200 milligram product, capsule product. So it's just a pure L-theanine, and it's a natural extract from green tea. So L-theanine, I'm sure you're very familiar with it. It's a lovely amino acid and has been shown to influence the neurotransmitter GABA. Very well studied. If you do a search on L-theanine, you'll see so many clinical trials using L-theanine on its own or with other products. What I really like about it is its fast response. You'll know from clients over the years asking you, how long will something take to work? And we all want to know that answer. How long will it take? And we do find that, with a lot of supplements that they can take time. There's no real quick fixes with a lot of them, but there is with L-theanine. So the data is saying between 30 minutes and 2 hours. I find when I take L-theanine that within the hour I will notice it. At this higher strength, I would say even, certainly I would say about 30 minutes you would notice it. So this is perfect to calm the busy mind. It is really nature support for the mind. Somebody who's very anxious, somebody who's going to bed at night and has that busy head and can't relax, to get them into that deeper sleep. It's a really nice study aid, so it's great for any students maybe doing the Leaving Cert now, or anybody you have like that in the house, or anybody doing third level exams, because it helps you relax, but it also gives you that focus and clarity as well. So it sounds like a bit of a contradictory in terms where it helps you relax, but it gives you the focus. But that's how L-theanine works. So it's a lovely one to offer to any clients who have these moments of anxiety in the day. So that one is just a pure 200 milligram L-theanine. We also have L-theanine in a really nice complex, and this is unique to the Irish market. So you won't see any other brands with the combination like this and with this kind of formula. So with your L-theanine, we have combined it with some really nice botanicals, your chamomile, hops, and lemon balm. So they're well known for their kind of sedative properties. So this is a lovely one for sleep. I would take this at nighttime for sleep at times. There is ornithine, L-ornithine, another amino acid, which you don't see too often now on the market, but it helps lowering the cortisol to reduce stress. So really nice combination there of L-theanine and ornithine. Just to show you the formula there. So we've lemon balm at 250 milligrams. The L-theanine in this combination is 150. We also have some Bs in there as well, a B complex. It's at a very low level, so it's not going to make you alert at night. I've only come across one or two people who might find this hard to take at night, and that it does make them very alert. So somebody who's really super sensitive to Bs might find this keeps them awake. But for most people, the Bs are just there for nervous system support, and it's not going to make anybody too alert. So a lovely combination, and as I said, they're quite a unique one. Liam also took that blend and added in some magnesium to it. So he has his magnesium bisglycinate complex. In this two capsule product, you're getting 120 milligrams of the magnesium bisglycinate. I'm sure you're all very familiar with that form. So you're getting the lovely glycine there bound to magnesium. And glycine in itself is a lovely one for sleep, for gut health as well. So you have your L-theanine as well as the other botanicals there that I've mentioned, but you're getting 120 milligrams of that chelated magnesium. So this is a lovely one to help you with that deeper sleep at night, but you're getting your magnesium for hormonal support, restless leg, blood sugar balancing, all the lovely benefits we get from magnesium. We do also have another magnesium citrate product as well. So that would be a 200 milligram magnesium citrate capsule. Just to move on into some of our joint care products. So another, I suppose, a unique product to the Irish market is our joint complex. This was launched last summer, so it's coming up to a year on the market now. So this is a type 2 collagen, so very different to your type 1 collagen. And this is a particular patented form of type 2. So it's a UC2 collagen. This has a lot of science behind it. There's a huge amount of clinical evidence behind this as well. I can send out a technical sheet to anybody who's interested in hearing more about this with the clinical papers attached to it. This product is a combination of anti-inflammatory support. You have your lubrication support from your hyaluronic acid. The UC2 collagen is there at 40 milligrams. It's only needed at 40 milligrams. It's quite a small amount. But the processing of this type 2 is a very specialized processing. So it's in a very active state. So you only need 40 milligrams for it to be very active in the joints. You'll also see there you have bone support, and your anti-inflammatories are turmeric, ginger, and boswellia. So it's a lovely combination. Because you only need 40 milligrams of this UC2 collagen, you can pack a lot into a capsule. So this is a one a day capsule product, which I think is really unique in itself. And it's a big selling point for a lot of health stores. So many joint products are 3 or 4 capsules a day. And we all know with our clients that they're not always compliant, and they'll take one a day, but it's hard to maybe get to the 2 or 3 in a joint product. So this is for somebody who needs to build and support their cartilage, somebody who maybe has osteoarthritis, maybe they're looking at a knee replacement, hip replacement. So somebody a bit older, but also somebody who's very active right now, has the little niggles, they know they need to support the joints going forward. So this would be ideal for them as well. The UC2 is very unusual in the way it works. As I said, there's a lot of science behind it. It travels through the gut to the small intestine, and it gets to the Peyer's patches, if you remember those from the small intestine, and it binds to those. And then it stimulates an immune response, providing regulated T cells. So it's those T cells that then travel to the joint and stimulate cartilage formation. So they release cytokines that start that formation. So a lot of nice science behind it, which you don't always see with supplements. And I got really excited when I saw this product last year, because there's so much evidence to suggest that it can really support us. So a really nice combination, a one a day product as well, which I think we all love. Hearing some great reviews on this in the area of rheumatoid arthritis as well as osteoarthritis. And we do have some nice data comparing this with glucosamine and chondroitin as well, and seeing improvements in flexibility and mobility in osteoarthritis patients. So just to move on before I'm told I'm running over time. Collagen. So we also have a collagen in a sachet product. It's a 5-gram sachet. It's a bovine grass-fed collagen from the Swiss Alps. So it's mainly type 1 with a little bit of type 3, which would be in your muscles, fibers. So type 1, you're covering your skin, hair, and nails. So collagen, I feel, has been really seen as a big beauty product, over the last few years. I like to think of collagen for my gut health and, for my sleep even. So when I'm taking a sachet of this, I will add it to my green tea and take it in the evening. So a third of this 5 grams of collagen is glycine. So glycine is that lovely amino acid, as I mentioned earlier, and it's working on my gut overnight and it's supporting me with my sleep. So I'm getting maybe, I think it's about 1.5 grams of glycine per sachet. So collagen, a major protein, supports the entire body, all the tissues in the body. It will work towards, go down as far as the ligaments, but it's not one that would support the cartilage like the previous type 2 collagen. And actually, I forgot to mention that type 2 collagen is extracted from chicken cartilage. That's where it's sourced. So this is your grass-fed bovine. It's completely unflavored, so it goes really well in your tea or coffee or in just plain water or a smoothie. It dissolves really well and completely tasteless. So it's a really nice one, and I find it an easy one to take. Curcumin, so we're all very familiar with curcumin for its anti-inflammatory properties. And it's all about how much of the active curcuminoids are present there in your turmeric. So per capsule, we have 200 milligrams of active curcuminoids with some black pepper for absorption. And when I'm using this with clients, I'm thinking of all sorts of inflammation in the body. And not just joints like I'm referencing here, but I would use it for period pain, for endometriosis pain. I know people who use it for sinus and headaches and things like that. So it's a great anti-inflammatory to have around the house for any sort of inflammation. Um, yeah, so 1 to 2 capsules per day. I would always start people on maybe 2 capsules and come back down to one then. And it's a nice high strength, easily absorbed formula. Oops. Okay. I think I did that in time. So if you have any questions, I'll take them now. But if you want to get in touch with me, or if you'd like to see that technical sheet, that technical data sheet on the joint complex, you can get me on katrina@macanta.ie. And please do have a look at our website. We do have an affiliate program there. When you go into the main page, you'll see it. So you can set yourself up there if you like the range and want to recommend it. You can offer 10% to your clients, and then you'll get 15% on your referrals. So that's the affiliate program that's there with Macanta.
Thanks, Katrina. And that actually answers the first question that Rena asked. Rena, just to talk about that, your question a little bit more. Leonie did also say there were discounts available for practitioners and other groups. So you may just ask her directly what that was, but that's good that you covered that off, Katrina. Thank you. There is a question here about the ashwagandha product, and do you need to take a break from using this product for a number of months? And if that is the case, then what would you recommend that somebody uses instead if they need something for the stress and anxiety?
Ashwagandha, I don't know. I don't think that you really need to take a break from it. Depends on what you're using it for. I mean, a lot of people who are using it for mood support, and then they're also noticing the clarity, and they're also, finding better sleep with it. So I do find when people go on it that they don't particularly want to come off because they're getting so much support, and it works on so many levels. So I don't believe that it is one. I haven't seen any evidence to suggest that you do kind of need that washout period for a few months. Um, but if somebody did want to stop and they wanted maybe nervous system support or mood support, a B complex can do a lot. A B complex and magnesium together can support people. Um, but I don't think it's necessarily needed, to go off it for a few months.
Yeah. Um, Liz, does that answer your question about the best product for sleep and anxiety? Or do you still have? Liz asks, what's the best product for sleep and anxiety? But you
I
might
would
just have covered
say
that off.
Yeah, I would say that L-theanine complex, I would take that at night for sleep because you have the lemon balm and the hops and the chamomile. And I know when I'm, going to bed at night and I'm thinking about all the things I have to do tomorrow, that kind of a head going to bed is never very good. I know the L-theanine will work on the GABA and just bring everything down and just calm that busy mind for me. So it'll settle all those thoughts in my head, and then I have all the botanicals to get me into that deeper sleep. So I would take it at night. Now, equally, I have taken it during the day as well. So it's not going to sedate you or make you very drowsy during the day. It will help you at night when you're naturally winding down and getting ready for sleep. So I would recommend that one.
Thank you very much. She says that sounds good. Um, any last questions for Katrina before we whip on to the next one?
Katrina, hiya. Can I just ask your red yeast rice with the CoQ10? It's such a fantastic product, and because I do one day a week in Sonna's Health Foods in Newcastle West.
Oh yeah,
Um,
love it. Love that
yeah,
show.
no, it's such we have such a massive variety of Macanta now, and we absolutely love it. We were actually having a massive conversation last night about, well, not last night when I was finishing work, about can CoQ10 actually stimulate, because I would always think of
Yes.
taking red yeast rice on an evening, and then we had a customer back saying he was like really wired.
Yes,
Um,
I had that conversation with somebody in that store not too long ago, actually, as well. Um,
yeah.
and we were kind of arguing the point. Yeah, so CoQ10 will